Yeah, I had a conversation with the kids. We had a family meeting, and it was breaking it down for them. It's all like, hey, y'all are adults now. Like, time to help out. Like, you get to live here for free. Time to start pitching in, right? Like, and it was funny because we gave them a list of all the things that it takes to run the house, and these are things that they can help out with. And of course, there's lawn mowing, there's snow blowing, there's shoveling driveway and stuff like that. They all looked at me. All three of them looked at me. They're like, hey, when it comes to clearing snow, like, do you want us actually running the snowblower? Because you've told us all just to leave it alone. I'm all like, all right, it's time you guys learn how to run it. I just don't want. I'm like, I told you to leave it alone because I don't want you running an auger into a bumper of a car.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I need, because it is a powered snowblower. It drives itself to power steering and stuff like that,
I mean, you would, they set them up with the guard behind the auger, but yes, you could certainly hit a low spot or a rock or something that's not, I got what you're saying.
Like, my auger is completely exposed. If you ran it up to the front bumper of any one of the kids' cars, it's going to chew a hole. Right. Like, it's, you have to get, like, to a corner, to a rounded corner's edge, right?
Or something that was under the top. Yeah. But they certainly could, and we know kids are not really always paying.
Or run it into the edge of a tire.
Right.
Like...
Yeah, that could be the case.
Yeah, and I'm like, do that. Just don't screw something up. But yeah, it's interesting having kids these days.
Well, see, then you'll get people of the opinion that, well, why do you have your kids out there? You got a snowblower. It's easy for you to go and do it. I don't have any kids, but it seems like if you got kids, they should be doing their part.
Yeah, they really do need to. And like you realize as a parent, as like my kids, they were able to be kids. I let them play, I let them enjoy, and let them have fun. I didn't expect a whole lot from them. But at the same time, they are adults now. They are literally adults. They are not kids. They need to understand what it takes to operate a house, what it takes to do all the things. They need to be able to do all the things. Otherwise, they're never getting out of my goddamn house.
Better than being blindsided when they get their first apartment or whatever. Right. Like, I mean, yes, apartment's a bad example because they take care of a lot of things, but you're still, you got to make sure you're taking out the trash and cleaning the dishes and keep the place clean and like, yeah, for sure. It segues well, buddy.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Are you okay?
Yeah, let's hit it.
All right, so welcome everybody to another episode of the Ice Shower After Work podcasts. Jason and I are in the East Side job trailer again, as usual, because the West Side is a damn disaster. So, man, thank you again for hanging out with me, having me over.
Happy to have you, buddy. Theoretically, is there an ETA on the grand reopening of the West Side job trailer?
I'm hoping at bare minimum in 3-4 weeks.
Oh, that's pretty close.
And that is literally to get the tile equipment out of that space, because that's going to be taking up that space very soon. I'm going to have to set up my tile saw and everything there.
Yeah, tile saws take up a lot of equipment. Yours isn't a bad size. I use it for my kitchen. It actually worked out well. Thank you again. But yeah, so that was just kind of genuinely curious. I'm glad to have you, buddy. It's been great for me because I haven't been doing the traveling.
Yeah.
It's going to bite me in the ass here shortly when you're back in business, because I'm going to have to make a fair amount of trips in that direction to even out this whole thing. So
it's all right.
You're going to hear a bunch from the West Side here coming up shortly, folks, but it'll be all fun. It'll be all good. Now, John says that, but once he really digs into what he wants to do in his walls and whatnot for cables and technology equipment and et cetera, that 4 weeks might turn into 3 months. Who knows?
Oh, that is 4 weeks just for my bathroom. It's a whole nother thing for the rest of the basement.
Oh, okay. No, I meant when we could actually record there. But we can do that once the bathroom is 95% complete.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, folks, welcome to the Shower After Work podcast. We're happy you're listening.
I already did that. Shut up.
I can also say welcome, you miserable. I can't say the word because it's too close into the recording. How long before I can curse?
I don't know. It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late, I guess. All right. I would also like to welcome everybody, but in the spirit of what John and I were kind of talking with here to start, occasionally on the show, we have what we always call unpopular opinions. It's usually an offshoot of something that dawns on us as we're talking. Sometimes it's topic related, but not always. Today, everybody, it's just going to be a real quick one. It's all unpopular opinions today.
All of it. All of it.
So
it is the unpopular opinion episode.
On your note of what you were just talking about, the kids and the snow blowing, I'm going to jump right on top of that. I'm going to pile on here.
All right.
The cost to get a kid walking around the neighborhood shoveling and snow blowing is out of control.
Yeah.
I get a call from the missus, recent snowstorm. Hey, there's a kid here. And my thought was, okay, well, I got to get home. I got to snow blow all that snow we got last night. Yeah, there's a kid out front and his buddy here that are going to do the driveway for $40.
Yep.
Man, I was doing driveways for $5. I know inflation's serious, but do you think that's unreasonable for my driveway?
For your driveway, yeah, $40, dude. That's barely less than what the kid charges me to mow my lawn.
Yeah, like, so as an example, folks, you could fit 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say you could fit 5 vehicles in my garage or my driveway.
Maybe. I mean, but yeah. 1, 2, 3. 5 for sure.
It's 2 wide, and then it goes down to 1 when it leans out to the street, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 and 2, and then 1. It's not a crazy long driveway.
And you usually have 2 vehicles in it.
Yeah. Like almost always, right? Yeah. And one of the spots was fairly clear because my work vehicle was there when the snow came down the night before. So they were really clearing 3 vehicles worth of space. $40. Like,
right.
No. Do you want to make money or not?
Right.
Now,
I'll give you 25.
Yeah, see, I mentioned this to someone, and they're like, hey, man, stop being cheap. Like, you could spend $40, and by the time you got home, your driveway and, like, front little tiny walkway could be plowed and snowblowed. Yeah, a couple of kids I don't know from the neighborhood could do a shit show job that I'm now going to spend $40, which, by the way, in this particular case, I would have had to stop and get cash on my way home.
Right.
Not the end of the world, but still one more thing I wasn't wanting to do at the end of a long day.
Right.
Would have been faster than me doing it myself? Sure. But when the missus told me the cost, like, no, I'll do it myself. That's fine. I spent my money on my fancy, swanky snowblower, knowing I'd have to use it a half a dozen times in the winter.
Right.
Where did kids get this figure in their head?
Dude, you're not wrong. And it's kind of funny because the kid that I have mowing my yard, the first time he did it, he's like, oh, I charged, $45 to mow, front and back. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I tell you what, man. I'm like, you mow my lawn once, I'll pay you the 45 and then we'll talk. He's like, okay. So he mows it. He used my mower, my gas, everything like that. I paid him. And I'm like, so do you think my lawn's worth $45? He's like, no, that was really hard. Because there's a hill on each side of my house. I'm like, yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Look, it's not Mount Everest, though. There's a grade. There's an uphill grade on each side of your house.
Yep.
But it ain't 18 acres or anything.
No, it's not. And it's a standard city lot.
Right.
It's just funny.
The graded part up one side, so not where your fence opens, but the other one, that's maybe 4 passes with the lawnmower. It's not that wide, right?
No, yeah.
So I guess the crux of the unpopular opinion is, do these kids think that what they're doing is worth this money? Is somebody is this parents going, don't take any less than $40 and they're being crazy about the amount that they're going to pay for something?
Yeah. Look, that shovel that you're running, that you have costs like $10. You pay that for dude, driveways, sidewalks, $5. Driveways, 10. Shut up and still be happy with it. Like, no, I think that's, wow, $40. Parents, your kids' labor ain't worth that much money.
And let's be clear, folks, I'm not being cheap. That particular day, we got a healthy snowstorm that day. If the missus had said 30 on the phone, I'm happy to pay a local kid in the community.
Yeah,
30.
let's bring that. Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. How much snow was there actually in inches? Which snowstorm was this?
I got 6 or 7 almost everywhere, and it was...
Was it during the high wind one where it was blowing the shit?
Yeah, like near the house and up in the front there, it really sort of stacked up on the drift. It took me It took me an hour and 20 minutes with the snowblower and the shovel.
So probably two boys with shovels probably would have taken them an hour.
And again, it's the
$20 per kid. That ain't bad.
Again,
I'm
that's where I've considered an unpopular opinion.
Damn.
Some people could very easily look at me and go, "You cheap fuck! You make lots of money. What are you doing? Like, you can't give a couple local community kids $20 to shovel your." If I knew they were going to do an okay job,
yeah.
But I would have been frustrated with myself and going down the road if I had given them that. And it's only $20 a kid. They're trying to save up money for something, right?
Right.
But if I had to go back out and redo it, or it got tramped down and got icy, which is basically what ended up happening anyway.
Yeah.
Then I just would have been like, well, what am I guess I can't separate between when I was a kid and would charge, $1 or $2 a car space.
Yeah.
To these kids going, well, I'm worth $20. You got a shovel and a junky snowblower. Little like battery powered, or even one they probably would have had to plug into my power, which again, I don't care about that, right? Like I couldn't justify it. Now going forward, if we had a big snowstorm again and they came by, I'll keep $40 around the house.
Give them a shot.
Right.
See how they do.
But my question would have been, had it been less snow or more snow, was that the price, or was the price based on the work the kids had to do? And also, I wasn't here, so I don't know. Was this to 15-year-olds, or was this a couple of 11-year-olds?
Right.
I didn't look these children in the eye.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, clarifying questions should have been asked.
And again, I got it on the drive, trying not to like crash my van on a slippery drive home after working all day from the missus going, "Hey, do you want to pay these kids $40 to shove it along?" I'm like, wait, whoa, what? Hello, hi, I love you. How was your day? Great. Okay, what? So there we are.
Oh, funny.
How about you, man? What's getting under your skin?
Well, I'll say this, and this I am going to dog on some construction workers, but I'll bring it up and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt afterwards. But my unpopular opinion is I don't think construction workers need to get or receive any type of gold star system for doing qualifications.
Clarify.
Come to find out, there is a group of construction workers in our area that if they get like forklift certified or JLG certified, they get a gold star. Literally a gold star.
We've talked before that maybe this new generation is going to need a few more attaboys, attagirls, attathems.
They've been doing this for well over a decade.
That's
well over a decade.
Union or non-union?
Yeah, they're union.
I don't like this at all. Here in any union is given participation trophies. I shouldn't say participation, completion. I'll give them that if they're but also I have a couple questions which hopefully you know the answers to. Yep. First and foremost, gaining these gold stars, do you get some sort of benefit when you hit certain levels of amount of gold stars you hit? What's the purpose other than just a gold star? Yay, good for you.
So I said it that way very intentionally so I could get that same reaction out of you that I gave them the first time I heard them talking about it in passing.
Excellent.
So here's the deal. This is where I do kind of agree with it. So it is the local painters union. Okay.
Go ahead. I'll bang my head on the table while you're talking.
So come to find out how they actually do it. They actually do it. It is called the star system. They take time out of their day. They get paid on a Saturday or something to do these qualifications and certifications, right? The more they do is the stars, they actually get the stars, but they also, one, get paid for their time, and two...
Which is very good. They should.
Yep. And two, what they do at the end of the year is they actually, their stars or their rewards go into a big raffle system. And they're giving away, and it's all paid for by the union. It's their own money that they're putting in for this system, right? they're giving away ATVs and snowmobiles and TVs and trucks and cars and boats. Like,
you presented this the way you presented it because you know how much I hate this sort of thing when it's nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Way to spin me up on something. You definitely presented this in the way that was going to drive me the most crazy. Okay, I hate the gold star system in general. I like this. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I figured it's a good way. And I even told the guys when I was talking to them about it, because I had two painters working right next to me in the room.
Right.
And they were bringing it up. And I'm all like, wow, that's actually a really good way to motivate people to keep up on their certifications.
That's where I'm coming from. Like, I kind of like that. And in a trade where, with all due respect, painters, I know I bag on you, but every trade's important. I know everybody bags on electricians, so I don't feel bad about bagging on anybody else, right? In a trade that's could become monotonous, probably
a bit. Right?
I would have to think there's less conscious thought of measurements. I mean, yeah, you got to get square footage or whatever, but again, it's a can of paint, like,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know how far that's going to last.
Yeah,
right.
Like, yeah, you after a few years, you know how much footage you're getting out of a 5-gallon bucket or whatever, right?
Right.
As long as you read the right number off the print and you're putting the right color paint up there, great. Which reminds me, so on that note, one of the funniest things I ever heard, I can't even say saw because I didn't see any of it. I was working a night shift. This would have been 4 years ago, probably, at a local Target. And it doesn't matter saying the company name because they hire whoever they hire to do the up. I was parked in the parking lot waiting for the 10 o'clock to come up when they shut the store down to go inside with everybody else and start working. And I heard a screaming match coming from the job trailer that they had parked semi-permanently in the parking lot to do this overnight remodel job.
Yep.
Of a job soup going up one side of a painter and down the other, which was basically what I just said of, are you telling me you can't read the fucking number off the print that matches with the color that's going on the wall? You did 14 fucking walls in wrong colors.
Oh, no.
Yelled the guy right out of, followed him, screaming out of the job trailer. I saw them eventually coming around the corner. The painter got in his vehicle and left.
Yep.
No arguing, no nothing. He's just like, well, I'm not getting fucking hollered at 10 o'clock at night. Fuck you.
I ain't got time for this shit.
Right? And then proceeded to see that job soup walk back into his trailer. And I don't know if there was anyone else in there with him. But either way, it was still funny that he was ongoing, still making that yelling argument after that guy had already left.
Jesus
I assume
Christ.
he was just bitching to himself to get it out. Or he had a minion in there who just had to tolerate him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that poor fuck, I felt bad. Like, imagine now. And I suspect in a business like that, they're very similar, if not the exact same color palettes and things from location to location.
Oh, yeah. It's rinse and repeat, right?
Right. But I also bet that this wall compared to like a knee display wall in between, that's one color gray versus a very similar, slightly different shade of gray. Like, it was probably really close. Right. So,
right.
In the painter's defense, I kind of get it. But yes, I like how they're doing the gold star system, but also how much forklift and or JLG, because those were the two examples you gave, certification did you really get?
Talk
to me about the equipment that you've been certified on and what that certification process really was.
Me?
O'Shea ain't never going to listen to this. If they do, they can never pin it back to a specific company. Fuck them.
I'm certified in JLG, forklift, scissor lift, mini, skiddy, dingo, line truck, crane certified.
Okay, so you're getting into real certifications, right? I should clarify. Sorry. All right. Fuck you a little bit. You knew what I fucking meant, but I'll clarify for the sake of argument here. When you got your JLG certification, and for everybody listening who's not in the business, that is the boom lift that looks kind of like a tank with the long boom arm and the basket turns, center, pivots, all that.
Yep.
Right? That's a jail. It's a brand name.
It's
of
a brand name.
lift.
It says JLG right on the side of it.
Yeah, they have many brands, but that's kind of what we all say. What was your certification process on the JLG?
Oh, dude, let's face it. It was a safety director going, do this, do that. Now don't do this. Now make sure you tie it off. Don't run over this. Check this. It was a half hour.
That could have been 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's what most of them are. Now, good on the Painters Local, giving guys stars. And I mean, assume, like, let's say it's a star per entry in the raffle. I like the system for keeping them up to date on things. That's great.
And just to make sure everybody understands, having certifications and qualifications and like running through this equipment with people is exceptionally important because that equipment is dangerous as shit. You can wreck things. Yeah. You can damage property, or you can kill yourself.
Yeah. If I brought it up on the podcast, it was fucking a long time ago. My training originally, now I've had an actual training since then. The first time I was ever in one of these JLGs, I was still an apprentice. We were doing a small solar project on top of an apartment building. Mm-hmm. And my training was, hey, the foreman literally looked at me and went, okay, here's the key. There's the JLG. There's a harness in it. Make sure you tie yourself off properly. I had no idea how to do that. I mean, it's pretty obvious now that I know, but if you don't know, you don't know, right?
Hey, if common sense was common,
right, everybody had it, right? He literally said, hey, you're going to be taking this up and bringing trash down and bringing this material back up for the first couple days so you get used to it. Drive it around the parking lot for a little bit while we're getting ready and don't run into anything. Yeah. I didn't know how to start it. I didn't understand how the controls. It's amazing I didn't destroy something.
Right.
It was a parking lot full of cars.
Right.
Like, I should not have been driving that. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He was in retrospect, it was a hilarious thing to do. But also, one thing I should mention one more time. I was an adult as an apprentice.
Yeah. Well, and let's face it, did he look at you and go, hey, have you ever touched any of this?
He did ask me. He said, have you ever driven one of these? I'm like, never.
Okay.
He just looked beyond that, and whatever he had to do to get going that day, he's like, all right, fuck it. This guy looks like an adult. Hopefully he's not a fucking idiot. All right, don't run into anything. That could have been the whole conversation.
That could have been.
You look like you're not a moron, and you're not a kid. You're in your late 20s. Okay, here, fucking don't run into nothing. Like,
yeah. Don't wreck shit.
Dude, there was nice.
Don't kill yourself.
There was nice cars in that parking lot. Like,
I'm sure.
Any little mistake on my point, overcorrection, which we know can happen in a lot of this equipment.
Yeah.
A lot of these, we're making very narrow turns, hallways, corners, outside build. You got to think ahead sometimes of how we're going to negotiate this to get where we need. I could have definitely run in and destroyed a couple of vehicles, no problem. So yes, research are important and original certs are important. So.
Right.
If let's say our electrical local was to do something similar, do you think it would be a fair comparison that we had a raffle system like that?
I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think I don't know. It's hard, right?
Like, a lot of ours we have to pay for.
Yeah, we do have to pay for, and like I spend a good chunk of money on research, but
you can write them off.
As long as they increase by a certain percentage, right. Whatever. It's kind of funny because the painters asked me if we had the same thing of any kind like that. And I'm like, no. Touche to the painter. He just looks at me. He's like, yeah, that's because they're making 8 times what we do.
There's something to be said for that.
I'm like, yeah, true. We are pretty well taken care of. But I don't know if it'd be worth it.
We have ability for certifications that just are completely different than what they would be. So generalized, blue collar construction people. Mm-hmm. I think there's a value to being able to safely run a scissor lift, a fork truck, a JLG. If you're around the company for a while, a lull. So for everybody who doesn't know, a lull is the forklift that has the long boom extending forks on it, right? For you, yeah, I mean, a skiddy, things like that. Now, I also, unpopular opinion maybe, I know the work that you do. I know what you have to do. So I'm going to fire an unpopular opinion at you personally right now.
Taking a personal dig.
Not a dig, but just what you might consider an unpopular opinion. I also think that even though there is some gray area in the world, some of the things that you do sound like 49er work to me. I only bring it up because I recently had some demolition construction flooring guys do a bunch of my demo on a job site, taking out a bunch of electrical. When I told them, hey man, I'm 100 feet away in this building. Just call me when you're ready for me. I'll come back and I'll tear all this out. Never heard from them, figured they weren't ready, walked in the next day, and they took 4 hours worth of work out from under me. Could you call a 49er to run your... Now, a dingo don't count, but a skitty? Skitty's 49er equipment. Mini X is 49. You're completely certified and legally, professionally well within your rights to do so.
Right.
And it's also your company's decision, not yours. Like, I get it, right?
Well, okay, so let's be clear. Like, we run what's called a composite crew. And we run that, and it's called that by both unions, 49ers and electrical, right? So sometimes we have 49ers doing electrical work, running pipe, setting bases, stuff like that. Now, pouring concrete, technically electrical work. Did you know that?
Hey, okay. A, yes, I did. B, fuck you a little bit. And C, that's totally different, man. I'm not talking about pouring fucking light passes. We're talking about running heavy equipment.
But you have to run it in order to get the pace in, right? So is that all part of the electrical work?
As I said at the start, I'm saying this to be a cunt to you, but there's definitely some gray area there.
Right.
We're not talking about running real big, full-size heavy equipment.
Right.
My original point before I decided to be an asshole there was being recerted occasionally on some of that mid-level heavy equipment is important. I love that you presented it in a way that would piss me off when it turned out it was actually what I believe is kind of a good thing. So, all right, moving on, buddy.
Yep. What's your next one?
I am real sick and fucking tired of being boxed into some things as a construction worker. So let me give you an example. I was recently working at a swanky fitness club place, and in this place they have a cafe where they sell healthy food and protein shakes and the like, right? I have bought... they've actually got a couple good recipes of these protein shakes, and if a fellow doesn't want to take the time during the day to eat a meal, walk up, grab a ridiculously overpriced protein shake, which isn't the point of the story, folks, and go on with my day. I had more than one young person at this. I would go to tap with the card, and quite a few times, the first option is, would you like a tip? I'll tip you 10%. What do I care? But then quite a few, it wouldn't come up. I'm like, do they have a different system at this one because I'm a different location? That's interesting. I finally asked one. I'm like, yeah, I just automatically bypassed that. Why? Why did you do that? Because I'm a construction worker? Because you think I'm cheap? I almost went at them about it in as professional way as I could. But this young generation, I've said before, is so fucking soft. They definitely would have complained. It definitely would have get back to my shop. I don't like... I've had more occasions of things like that. Stop assuming that I'm not going to tip you because I'm a construction worker. Like, I'm spending the overpriced money for your fucking shit. And this has happened at other places, not just this.
Wow.
Where it literally just bypassed that option. Like, you get to presume about me. You're a horseshit fucking employee slinging protein drinks and pre-boiled shitty fucking eggs and protein balls at your stupid fucking cafe. Who are you to fucking judge me? Go fuck yourself. It was so hard not to say what I wanted to say and lose my goddamn job.
Dude, you're not wrong. I've seen it firsthand. I've been there. I've totally been there. I completely agree. The story I have for you for that one is I was actually working on a job. We were wiring a condo. It was a high-end condos and a hotel. And we were told, when I showed up on the job site, I'm like, oh, hey, there's a Starbucks right down the street, like literally walking distance. I'm like, I'm going to go grab a coffee at morning break.
Nice.
All right. And they're all like, yeah, you're not allowed in there. And I'm like, what? Yeah, none of the construction workers are allowed into the Starbucks. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me, what? I'm like, that's a public building. That's a public place with, it's not private property. Well, it is corporate, Starbucks corporate property. But I'm pretty sure Starbucks corporate's not going to turn away my money.
Not only I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that, they're legally not allowed to do that.
Right. So in that case, so I'm all like, no. This is going to be fun. So I went down there. I'm all like, and I walked right in my construction clothes. And I'm in line, and I got stared at, mean mugged by all these hoity-toities in suits and shit. And I'm like, I want a coffee. I ordered my coffee. I walked up. I put cash on the counter. Cash. Hard cash. I looked at the guy in front of me. He was wearing a suit. Didn't even bother giving him a tip. I was very vocal. And I'm like, oh, since he's too cheap to tip you, why don't you add $5 and make it a $5 tip?
Attaboy.
And he kind of looked at me, mean mugged me, and I'm all like, looks like I got more money than you do, bro. And I went and stood and waited for my coffee. I don't do well with people like that.
Yeah, I brought it up because there's some other occasions, like the presumption of I'm untrustworthy. I must admit, anyone who knows me, you can look me up on the internet. You can see visuals of what I look like. I am not by any means intimidating. I am not mean. I am not rude. I normally have a pretty chill look on my face most of the time. Mm-hmm. I see so many people looking back, nervous when you walk behind them, watching what you're doing in their office space because they think you're going to, I don't know, steal. I don't know what it is, but there is definitely a lot of extra focus sometimes, and it pisses me off a little bit because you, as the business owner or employee there who needs something fixed, changed, added, I don't need you falling down on your knees with your hands clasped, thanking God that I'm there, but a little. Like, you could be at some places are great, don't get me wrong. I just see so many places because I'm into so many places with service who act like you're in the way or you're a
inconvenience.
Thank you. An inconvenience that you're there. How inconvenient would it be if we didn't come and fix, add, replace whatever it was I'm sorry that your little floor heater is not working because you keep blowing the circuits because your toes are cold.
Yep. Yeah.
Just be a little appreciative.
Yep.
Especially when what you're doing is pushing paperwork through on the TPS reports or whatever. Get the flying fuck out of here. You also bring up one more ahead, buddy, that has been bugging me a little bit lately, and I've been seeing it more and more. I'm glad you mentioned it because I almost forgot to bring it up. This might be, we're early into 2026, but I'm going to keep my eye on this one. This might be my biggest unpopular opinion throughout the year. We're going to touch on this more and more, folks. Legal tender is legal tender. There's a reason they call it legal tender. Yep. I'm not talking about people running a food truck at a festival or out in a parking lot or something. You have to take cash. I am sick and fucking tired of walking into a business and having them go, yeah, we don't take cash.
Oh, the fuck you don't.
Your tip jar has cash in it.
Yeah.
You'll take cash there. Well, it's not my decision. It's the yeah, then tell your bosses in your corporate, how can businesses fucking say that? I don't get it.
These people
legally,
a lot of these fucking people working these places don't even know how to count change and cash back to you.
Oh no, I realize that's part of the problem, right?
Like, I've handed a lady a $50 bill for something that was like $38, and she stared at me like I just ripped open a rift.
Right, in the space-time fucking continuum. Blew her mind.
And I'm like, can I get my change? And she's holding it like she's never seen it before. I'm like, I need you to put that in your drawer and hand me back the $12 you owe me.
Yeah, the difference between what the cost is and what I gave you.
Right.
Real simple math.
Exactly.
Not to mention most of registers and things, I've already done it.
Yeah, you put in the number
look at the screen
and go, okay, they gave me $50. Like, your machine will do it. You just need to do it.
Right.
Fucking, she had to have somebody come help her.
Yes.
She turned around and looked at the girl next to her and like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I realize the problem with this is that not all, but many of the people that work some of these quick service cash for business jobs, ironically I say that, have trouble or are young or inexperienced doing that quick math on the fly. My issues are, as you just said, the machine does it for you. And also, I don't care if the business has gone to this, air quotes, cashless policy.
Right.
Because you were probably losing money because of financial mistakes in the cash drawer. Because I understand. It doesn't seem to me that that's legal.
No.
You have to take cash for services.
Yeah. If you're going to do it that way, you better train your people better.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Private business, again, like I said, food truck, you're selling something on it. Like, that's different. If you want to be card only, credit, great. Yeah. If you're a corporation, you have multiple locations, especially if it's a national fuck you. You have to take cash.
Yep.
Like, I'm to the point now where I'm hoping it comes up sometime where I'm in my street clothes, so to speak, where I can walk into a business that I know is like this after the fact and go, no. I have $20. I'm buying $11 worth of service from you. Give me $9 back cash. I don't care if you guys got to pull up change in the back. Right. You can take it out of your chip jar if you got. You have to take cash.
Yes.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
What's your take on then getting rid of the penny then?
Getting rid of the penny makes financial sense. It costs more to make a penny than a penny is worth.
Unfortunately.
I don't know what the physical number is because there's so many pennies it would be impossible to track. There's more pennies in people's glass jars and cups at home than there is in active circulation. It's useless. They did it in Canada a few years ago. It worked out fine. Yeah. Once everybody gets used to the round up, round down system, it's good.
Yep.
I will say, I'm not going to say it on the air because they don't sponsor us, but shout out to one of the local big grocery store chains. Mm-hmm. You bring in your pennies to them. And I asked the lady who served me at the cash register what the limit was, and she didn't know, which is understandable. For every penny you bring in, they're giving you twice that dollar value as a gift card to this grocery store.
That's a great way to bring in...
If I brought in $10 in pennies, they're going to give me a $20 gift card in the hopes of helping to get the pennies just boom out of circulation. But in my head, I almost dug in. If the missus and I weren't trying to get somewhere, I would have asked management, like, what if I got $10,000 worth of pennies? Like, are you giving me a $20,000 gift card? Like, I know it's a crazy offer, right? But lots of people have those big old 5-gallon glass water jugs.
Yeah.
Back when they were glass. Full. That's got to be $500 worth of pennies.
It's a lot.
Like, right? Like, you can fit 50,000 pennies in one of those big drawers easy. So I was kind of curious about that. But no, get rid of the penny. It's a useless denomination.
Yeah.
It made sense.
It made sense when it made sense.
Until the 80s. Here's what
that's fair.
Let me sell you, okay? As a kid, I had great aunts and uncles who would give you $1 to go to the store to get you out of there and your parents' hair while they were having a drink or talking or whatever, right? Run down to the store and get yourself a bag of chips. And there was penny candies. Yep. You can get a licorice fruit. We're not crazy old folks. This really isn't that long ago. I guess the 80s is kind of now. It made sense when you could actually physically purchase something for less than a nickel or less than 10 cents to have pennies. Or when the society was more cash-based and you needed to make 97 or 91 or whatever the end of the price was. Mm-hmm. Now, how much is really cash? Honestly, what do you think? Like, we should look it up. What percentage of commerce is actually cash anymore? Like, it's got to be real small now.
It's got to be pretty small.
It's got to be pretty small.
That's crazy.
In a future episode, folks, I'll try to look it up and bring it up to see what it actually is. It's got to be a small number.
Yeah.
It's way less than 1%. I'd bet my life on. that cash commerce is way less than 1% of total commerce. Think about it worldwide.
Right.
Every 100 transactions that happen in the next minute, how many of those are really cash?
Right.
Like, that's a good one, man. Yeah, the legal tender thing. Do you got anything else for this one, buddy?
Nope. I'm finished up.
All right.
I've got a lot of things to say, but no.
Yeah, we'll have more of these, folks, where the whole episode is just our unpopular opinions. If you have a opinion of your own about any of these opinions, or one that you'd like to hear us discuss, please reach out and let us know. You know where to find us. Everything is at isawpodcast.com. John, thank you very much, man. And I don't know if I ever really said it, but Happy New Year, sir.
Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, man.
Anything else for the folks?
Nope. Just understand that your work keeps the world working. Keep at it and be safe. Sláinte.
Cheers.